So I want to use synthetic division to figure out q of x plus r of x over d of x. And I'm given this expression here. So this is 5.2 still. Now, to do this, it's really not too bad. To use synthetic division, all we got to do is take this x minus 5, set it equal to 0, solve for x. So x is 5. Now that 5, I'm going to box it up right here, okay? So we're going to test to see what's going on here. Okay, I'll look at the coefficients, and that's all I care about. I'm only going to keep track of the coefficients. What's the coefficients for x to the 8? It's just a 1. There's no number in front, assume it's a 1. And then 7 has a negative 5. Now, you might be tempted to put a negative 3 next, but don't do it, okay? We have to go in order. This is x to the 8th, x to the 7. It's technically, it has an x to the 6, but it's really 0 x to the 6. So I'm going to put 0 x to the 6. And then what do I have? I've got a 0 x to the 5. So I've got another 0 there. And then, oh my gosh, another 0 for x to the 4th. Okay, so a third 0. Now we can go back. X cubed, that's a negative 3. X squared, that's a 15. Oh, and I skipped my x, so I've got a 0, and then my constant, negative 2. Okay, so we've got our work cut out for us for this problem. So I'm going to bring down the 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, 0 here, so 0 and 0, that's 0. Oh, guess what? It's still 0 and 0, right? So all of these are 0. That's really fun. Okay, so remember, everything below the line gets multiplied by that 5 in the box up there, right? So this 1 times 5, it gets put up here. And then when I canceled here, that'd be 0. 0 times 5 is 0. That's why it goes up here. And then we just keep continuing the pattern. And now we finally get something different. Negative 3 and 5 makes negative 15. So this cancels. And so then I have 0 again. Bring it down. 0 and 5. Okay, what's that going to be? That's another 0. So I bring it down. I have negative 2. All right. So look, the 1, this negative 2 down here, this is my remainder. Okay, what's next to the remainder? It's the constant. What's after the constant? That's my x squared, my x cubed, my x to the 4th, my x to the 5th, my x to the 6th, and my x to the 7th. Okay? So I like to write them all out. You can keep going, but does it matter? X to the 8th, there's nothing there, so it's a 0. So everything out this way is just 0. Okay, so remainder. If my remainder is negative 2, divide over here is x minus 5. And then what do I have next? No constant, no x, but I have an x squared. I have a minus 3x squared. Okay. Okay, no x cubed, x to the 4th, x to the 5th, x to the 6th, but I do have an x to the 7th. So this, my friends, is my answer right here. So Hawks, they might want you to write it 7x, or x to the 7th minus 3x squared in one box, and then plus, and then maybe a negative 2 up top, and an x minus 5 in the bottom part of the box. All right, guys.